Hello and welcome back to the European Research Showcase. My name is Sam Langford. I'm the coordinator for the Global Science Show, helping put together today's event as part of Intersections 2023, a UKRI funded project that is showcasing the wealth and breadth of research going on across the European Union. And I'm so delighted to be back with another guest to find out who they are and what they do. So, Carlos, who are you and what do you do?
Well, as you say, my name is Carles Oliet. I am an associate professor at the Technical University of Catalonia, UPC, specifically in the Heat and Mass Transfer Technological Center called CDTC. I have been doing research for a long time in the heat exchanger, air conditioning, aircraft, environmental control systems, thermal management. So let's say a transversal perspective from the heat transfer side. And more recently, let's say, have been also involved in teaching, and I currently, as I mentioned, associate professor.
So, could you give a little insight into your career journey? So, what has led you to this particular role and point in your career? Could you tell us about that?
The initial point of my interest was to, let's say, to go beyond what I have been learning in the university. So to go deeper as an engineer, let's say, going beyond from the scientific perspective and be engaged in research more than daily engineering practice, let's say. I have started as a research engineer, but as time passed and let's say interacting with students progressively, I realized that I've had really a good, let's say, uh, background and attitude to be professor, and progressively I turned into more and more lectures and practice until I've been able to reach the position of associate professor. And in terms of research, and particular with regarding the Maxima project, let's say that the path has been a progressive involvement in thermal management, particularly in electric vehicles, starting from the more electrical aircraft, which is a concept, let's say, that tries to not thinking on a pure electrical aircraft, but to substitute some systems, pneumatic, hydraulic systems by electrical systems. Among them, the environmental control system. So it's like the air conditioning of the aircraft is what I have been involved. And in thermal management, related to the current topic, the project we are talking today, I have been involved in a power electronic thermal management system for the aircraft. And lately, I am working still in a project on public electric vehicle chargers, or for car chargers. Then both are more very related to the current project and have led, let's say, until this involvement in the Maxima project, let's say.
So, the Maxima project is that does that have quite a lot of collaborators who are across Europe, or is that more specifically Catalonia? Could you tell us a
No,
little bit about that?
yeah, no, sorry. Maxima is a Horizon Europe project. So and we have, it's about, I don't remember exactly, but about 12 partners, let's say. Partners from Belgium, partners from Spain, partners from Sweden, from France, from Romania. So it's a quite of a good balance across Europe, and also tackling different topics, design topics, let's say electrical teams, thermal teams, and also teams related to materials, teams related to manufacturing. Also, some partners dealing with life cycle assessment, let's say, recycling and all this stuff. Also, partners devoted to disseminate and communicate properly to maximize the project outputs and so on. So this is the Maxima, and it's focused on developing innovative electrical drives, electrical machines.
One thing that I have really enjoyed when it has come to taking part in all of these discussions and interviews has just been the number of collaborations, the number of projects that are working right across the European Union, which is just fantastic to see how much value there seems to be placed in having that international collaboration. Um, do you get to do much travel and see these other institutes? Is that something that's part of your work, perhaps conferences or similar?
Yes, well, we have, let's say, COVID has affected a lot these interactions, affected, but since then, we have a restarting physical meetings from time to time, but combining as well with a lot of online meetings. It's a weekly basis, we have online meetings, and from, let's say, from maybe 2 or 3 times a year, physical meetings. And apart from that, obviously, as we are universities, we are engaged in the dissemination activities, and obviously, uh, sometimes several times a year, we explain our activity and experience of our work in international conferences, and we need to travel as well. But I think it's an enriching activity, both collaborating internationally with the partners. It's a very enriching activity, and also obviously go abroad and interact with other researchers and professors. It's also amazing, enriching, and for me, it's a really nice experience.
Amazing. Coming back more to your day to day work, what does an average day look like for you? Do you have an average day, or are things quite varied?
Difficult to say. We need to be really flexible because the we cover transversal way. He transfers a transversal topic, and then we apply, let's say, different concepts, but with the same background on very different appliances, systems, and this asks for some flexibility. But let's say that the average day will be like a combination of teaching,
Mm-hmm.
together with my own research work, and finally with coordinating activities both at project level. So I am coordinator of some projects, and also internal coordination. Let's say we are getting senior, right? And we have junior researchers, PhD students, and so on. And we need also to organize that and to decide what to do in a systematic way to maximize our activity and to obtain the best results.
Fabulous. So we're rapidly running out of time. This always just disappears from in front of me. If you had 30 seconds, like an elevator pitch, to tell someone one thing about your work that they should really know, what would be the one thing you would want an audience to know about the work you do?
I would say that thermal issues are sometimes estimated and are a key aspect in most of the electrical vehicle topics. So when we want to make equipment more compact, lighter, and so on, we need typically a good electrical design, but the thermal is not a secondary aspect. It's a core aspect. Otherwise, if came later, it's really a disaster.
Amazing. Carlos, thank you so much for coming along to tell us about the work that you do. Where could people find out more about your work? Is there a website that we could link them to if they want to find out?
I have a LinkedIn account where you can follow my activities, and we have a website of our research group, the Heat Mass Transfer Research Center, where you can also have you can find out what are we doing as a research team.
Fabulous. We'll make sure that that is posted out alongside this video everywhere that it goes. Folks at home, thank you so much for watching along. If you've got any questions, please do pop them in the comments below or above, depending on where you're watching this video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and please do continue to engage with all of the things going out as part of the European Research Showcase. We have so much content, but for now, thank you so much.